Hello, how are you? And thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So, get off the faction. 2023 elections are around the corner, and we're having people jumping cans already. What's your immediate reaction to the big ones that were recorded a few days ago?
Well, I will disagree with you when you say big ones. Nigerians tend to be very emotive. Obviously there's going to be exceptions to the rules, but as a people we tend to be very emotional, and so there is the necessity to put things into perspective. Now, when you say a big one, what does it really mean? Look, in politics, you're big to the extent where you can win elections because politics is about winning elections, and then government is about governing after elections. Femi Fani Kayode has never won an election in his life. He's never won even a local government election. In Obasanjo brought him in to government after the 2003 election, when he had been re-elected. He did not participate in the electioneering campaign. In the 2007 elections, Yaradua did not trust him, did not bring him into the campaigns. He was not a part of the PDP campaign. In 2011, I was a major strategist for the PDP campaign. He wasn't a part of that campaign. And so when you say big, look, Shehu Sani, who has joined the PDP, Shehu Sani has won elections. He has won a senatorial election, and not only that, he was a big factor in APC winning the gubernatorial elections in 2015. So when you're saying big, it's like I'll give you what I'm going to put now is into proper perspective. It's like Manchester United. I think about 7 months ago they lost Sergio Romero. And then about 3 weeks ago, they gained Cristiano Ronaldo. So you put into perspective, Femi Fani Kayode is like Romero, and Shehu Sani is the Ronaldo.
Mr. Buckley, sometimes you don't really look at those who go to the polls. Sometimes you have some persons who, by their actions, by their comments, influence decisions. He probably falls into that category, and that's why some people will say, wow, he's a big fish. But let's just leave that at that. Should we expect more defections from the two big political parties? Are those the two big political? We agree with me this time that those are the biggest political parties in the country.
That's a fact.
PDP and APC. Okay, good. So should we expect more defections?
Well, that's not a yes and no answer. Let me explain it this way. Nigeria's political parties are not political parties in the sense of the real definition of the term political parties. Like in other societies, even in Africa, in other societies, political parties are built around ideology. So, for instance, you have people with a conservative ideology, people who are free market thinkers, people like that. They form themselves into a party, and then you also have people who are labor, like people who are party or who are workers, people who are not controllers of the military-industrial complex. Then those ones they form their own party, and then you have people who believe in state control, and so they attempt to be called socialists, and then they have their own party. It's very strong in continental Europe, in Germany, but in Nigeria our parties are not like that. Our parties are just vehicles for winning elections. So, for instance, you have the current president, Muhammadu Buhari. Muhammadu Buhari has jumped parties more than Femi Fani Kayode. He was in the All Progressive Party, APP. He jumped from there to the ANPP. He jumped from the ANPP to the CPC, and from the CPC currently to the APC. So jumping of parties in Nigeria is a very common occurrence. There are very, very few people who are principle led in Nigeria. And that's why you have to give kudos to somebody like former President Olusegun Obasanjo and former President Goodluck Jonathan. Because these are two individuals who have only been in one political party all their lives. And you see, it's very rare. So, in answer to your question, yes, there's going to be a gale of defections because Nigerian politicians tend to be opportunists.
Yeah. We spoke about the former aviation minister. For anybody who's joining another party, well, they definitely have their own reasons. I think we should listen to him. I'm sure you must have listened to this soundbite before, but let's
Okay.
The efforts that have been made, particularly in the last couple of years, in terms of security, fighting insurgency, fighting terrorism, and most importantly, is the appreciation of the fact that we must remain one as a nation, build bridges, work together to move the country forward. The efforts of the governor of Yobe